I thought I was ambitious, but actually I was insecure. And it took me a lot of years and money to realize the difference. We got told that ambition is very important these days. I felt like something was lacking inside of me, so I decided that's going to be it. I just needed ambition. So I looked around. I looked at business, and that was something that I always wanted to do. So it felt right. I looked at people, what they would do, bought a course, and decided I'm gonna go all in on that business. I dropped my job, got myself fired because I was focusing on my business, and at the time it felt right. It felt like I'm just doing the thing that's necessary. But things didn't turn out quite as I wished. However, at that time, I didn't actually see the problem. I was in fact very motivated. I spent a lot of time, spent a lot of effort and thought into that business. And at first it felt all great. That was until I actually had to put in the hard work. That's where I somehow felt this little bump that felt like a mountain, you could say. We'll understand in a second why that was that way, but I thought I needed help. So I looked around. I found some people that could help. I found coaches, and they did help. Here's the problem, however. I found every reason, whenever one came up, not to do the work. Whenever I felt like I was tired or that was missing, this was missing, I wouldn't go ahead and do the cold calls. I wouldn't do whatever it is. I would distract myself. But I somehow didn't understand the problem. It got so bad because this whole thing was going to be my escape. It was that thing. If I built this business, I would show myself that I'm worth something. I would finally maybe be worth something, show them that I can do this stuff. All of these things, all of these dreams and ideas I had. So I bought a coaching, and this coaching was worth 36,000 euros. I was desperate. I was at my lowest low, quite literally. I felt like I need some kind of help. I need to do this. I believe in myself. And I did. So I bought this coaching. And while all of this sounds like some kind of hero story that's about to come up and everything turned around, it didn't. I had that coaching. I had the support. I had the knowledge. I knew what to do. I knew this would bring money. But it still didn't work. I still escaped it. It felt like a prison. Something was wrong. What I felt wasn't me being lazy, someone who procrastinates, or anything of that sort. If you believe that, I believe you need to look inwards. Because that's what I did. And what I found inside was that it wasn't the lack of ambition. It was my body, my personality, the person I am, telling me that this is absolutely wrong. This is not the kind of business I want to build. Yes, I want to build a business, but that wasn't it. I was looking for different things. I was looking to do those through different means. This was when I realized that there's a thin line between ambition and insecurity. They feel somewhat the same if you don't look at it. My insecurities were because I felt like I wasn't worth it. And all of those crazy results, the money, the fame, all of those things, they felt so great. They felt amazing. And that would finally fill that hole that I had inside of me. But that's not how it works. I was escaping everything. So if you feel like you're lazy, you're procrastinating, or you're doing anything else, maybe you need to look at what you are actually doing. Is what you are doing the thing you truly want? Because let me tell you, when the thing you're trying to do is wrong, and your body and your core, your soul is literally trying to tell you that it is, and you fight against it, brother, you are in a losing battle. I was in a losing battle. I tried this thing for years. I tell you, for years. I looked at videos. I was good at the craft. I am good at sales. I am in sales now. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the vehicle I was using and why I was doing that. For the completely wrong reasons, wrong place, everything was wrong. So I believe we sometimes need to look at ourselves into the mirror and to try and understand, are we fooling ourselves or are we truly being ambitious right now? Because you will know the difference. You will know the difference, even if it hurts. Right now, I've been doing this YouTube thing for 6 months. I've seen barely any success, barely anything. But it's okay. I know that this is an ambition of mine, that I want to build this, that I want to help people that were in my place. When you are ambitious, you will stick to the pain. You will do the work no matter what. It's not about how you feel. Motivation will come from the inside because you stand behind what you are trying to do. But if you feel like you're young, you are ambitious, and maybe it can work, let me tell you to think about it twice. Because that coaching that I bought, that was giving me sleepless nights. I was dreading the money that was going away month by month. I paid on a monthly basis, and every month I was reminded of the mistake I've done. I was thinking about getting married, but having no work for over a year, then paying for that coaching, really hit on my finances. It was dropping lower and lower, lower and lower. And the closer I got to that zero, and I almost got to that zero, the worse it felt. The more I realized that what I'm doing here is not ambition. I'm just fooling myself, and I'm paying for that. Not just with money, but with everything else. My mind, my mental state was terrible. Truly look at if what you are trying to do is what you truly want to do. And if you don't know yet, that's completely fine. It took me years to understand that what I want to do might be something else. I've had to try things, and I'm not telling you not to try. I'm telling you that you should be cautious when you take those giant steps, when you think about investing so much money, so much time, maybe dropping your job. The biggest lesson I took from this is that while our body tries to protect us, that's what our ego does, we need to truly look into ourselves and just let that ego go. Because that ego that's trying to protect you might be doing it in the wrong place. It did for me. It tried to tell me that I was ambitious, but in truth, I was just running from my insecurities. I was trying to fill a hole that wasn't going to be filled that way. I had to work on other things, my internal world, rather than on something else to try and fill that void by making money. And maybe you can do that. Maybe you get through that. But is that worth it? Aren't you at some point going to look back and think to yourself if you would have done and should have done something else? Maybe your ambition is to be a good father, or to just do a good job on a daily basis with your job, to improve, to be present. Whatever it is, you are the person who defines what ambition is. Don't let others give you ambitions. You decide what your ambition is. It could be anything, so long as you feel aligned with that. I truly hope that this story helps you in any kind of way. And if you're struggling with trying to be ambitious or wondering what your ambition is, let me know in the comments down below. And while you are at it, you should consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.